Today, I'm going to be doing ChatGPT's hardest Hypixel Skywars challenges. In each one, my goal is to get a kill. Let's take a look at the first one. No Armor Challenge. Play a game without equipping any armor. Rely solely on your weapon and strategy to survive and eliminate opponents. Not having armor on would make me pretty much a 3-shot, so I was going to have to play it really carefully if I wanted to secure kills. I was hoping that pre-gapping might give me a little bit more survivability, but it really didn't. The next game, pretty much the same thing happened, just with 2 people instead of 1. The third game, I completely threw a fight with a player who was also in no armor. But on the fourth game, this happened. The game pretty much started off normally, with me looting chests and getting geared up. Seeing the 2 players, I backed out immediately, knowing that if I went into that fight, I was going to lose. Then I saw a perfect opportunity. There was a player on the other side of the map who hadn't left their island yet, and they hadn't seen me. And with that, I had completed the first one of ChatGPT's challenges. Let's move on to the next one. Unfortunately, the next one of ChatGPT's challenges didn't make sense, so I had to skip it. Island Roulette. Use a random number generator to determine which island you must rush to at the beginning of the game. Embrace the uncertainty and adapt your strategy accordingly. How am I supposed to do that? Skywars islands aren't numbered. On to the next challenge, I guess. Pacifist Run. Win a game without directly killing any players. You can still indirectly eliminate opponents through environmental factors or by causing them to fall. Surprisingly, I actually had a lot of fun trying to do this challenge. As you would expect, getting a kill without directly getting a kill is not easy. My first instinct was to try block trapping, which could work, but it wouldn't be super reliable. The block trapping almost worked, but not quite. Being unable to hit the other player, they demolished me. It wasn't surprising. The second game, I got pretty much the worst possible map, and I got jumped right off the bat. To make matters worse, the player who killed me was the same player who killed me in one of my no armor challenge games. The next game, I got possibly the best item I could have gotten: lava. And when I found another player, it worked perfectly. The only issue was, the player blocked up the lava too quickly. It didn't deal them enough damage, and I wasn't able to finish the job. I'm gonna speed up this next part because it's really boring. The next game is pretty much the same thing, just the player lands in the lava and then kills me while burning. I thought that lava would have been the key to winning this challenge, but as it turns out, block trapping was the real winner. I geared up and went to mid, hoping to get a player to come to my bridge. I saw the player in the distance and hoped I would be able to get them to fall into the void. And oh boy, it could not have gone better. And with that, I had completed my third ChatGPT challenge. No sword challenge. Play a game without using a sword as your primary weapon. Experiment with different tools or items to secure kills. Fishing rods and projectiles were going to be extremely useful since I would be able to use them to combo my opponents into the void. The first round was just me running around a lot and I wasn't able to get a kill. The next game, I watched a player throw themselves into the void, and then proceeded to do the same thing myself. Not sure what I was trying to do there. But on the next game, I was finally able to complete the challenge. I sat on my island for a bit, waiting for an opportunity. And that was the fourth challenge completed. Random loadout. Use a random number generator to select your weapon, armor, and other items at the start of each game. Adapt to the chosen layout and make the best of the situation. Since I can't use a random number generator to determine what gear I used random kits instead. The first game, I epically failed to kill somebody and got hit into the void instead. And for the second game, I got a terrible kit. I almost got a kill, but the player fell into the void before I could kill them. And in the end, I lost in a 1v1. In the next game, I got a kit that gave me strength pots. I could use this. And after some slightly scuffed PvP, I finished the challenge. Let's move on to the next one. Ender Pearl Parkour. Challenge yourself to only travel between islands using Ender Pearls. Master the art of pearl throwing and navigation. In the first round, I never left my island and I was killed by a player who rushed me. The next game, the same thing happened. I tried to think of alternative ways I could get between islands, but the challenge specifically stated I could only use Ender Pearls. The third game was the exact same as the previous two. The fourth game was also the same. After the fifth time this happened, the challenge was starting to feel hopeless. But on the next game, I finally did it. A player tried to rush me and I killed them. Then another player pearled on me and tried to kill me, but I killed them instead. And to my surprise, one of my perks gave me an Ender Pearl. And with that kill, I had more than completed the challenge, leaving me to complete the remaining 4. No healing challenge. Play a game without using any healing items such as golden apples or potions. Rely on natural health regeneration and strategic play. To make this challenge more difficult, I activated a UHC challenge for Skywars. And to my surprise, I completed the challenge first try. Sorry to interrupt your video, but I need your help. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but I need to start from somewhere. So if you would please consider subscribing, that would help me out a ton. Thanks, enjoy your video. Bare Fist Brawl. Engage in combat using only your fists. No weapons allowed. See if you can outmaneuver and outplay opponents with just your bare hands. The first game, I got absolutely wrecked. I kid you not, my choice of words was sheer coincidence. The next game, I died again. The next game, I messed up what should have been a perfect opportunity. And the next game, I almost performed an epic clutch. Almost. I died again. And again. But then, I finally did it. Skybase Solo. Build a skybase high above the map and try to win the game without descending to the ground. This challenge requires careful planning and resource management. I know it says win, but the purpose of the challenge is to get a kill, so that's what we'll be doing. A player rushed me right away, so I pillared up immediately. I then just built a skybase, and then I got an opportunity to kill a player. No block breaking challenge. Avoid breaking any blocks during the game. This means no mining for resources or breaking bridges. Use the environment to your advantage. Finally, I was on my final challenge. The rules said no breaking blocks, but it didn't say anything about placing them. Now that I'd beaten all the challenges, there was only one thing left to do: to tell ChatGPT what I had done.